Good evening, ladies.
Good evening.
Hey.
Hey, everybody out there. Listen, you guys are leaving comments here and there. So please don't forget to leave a comment, subscribe, like, and please share, because as we always say, we are not the only women who are in the silver lining stage of life, still wanting to be in a serious relationship with a wonderful person, or just a good person, a good, honest person. And you know what? That's a good segue into tonight's conversation. The type of men. There are three types. There are three types of men, guys. And this is from R.C. Blake. Avani, that's the minister that you turned us on to.
Yes.
He said that there's three types of men, kinds of men. Pimps, which I say we eliminated immediately because they're not in my.
Oh my.
and then,
how do we? I would think maybe after you go through them, how do we distinguish?
Yeah, well, I'm going to ask you that as we talk about, as we go. I'm going to name all three of them, then I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
So and then we have a simp. Now, SIMPS, simp. So everybody's gonna be like, what the heck is a simp? Well, I said the same thing, so I had to look it up. And then we have kings, and we all know what a king conscious man is. We may have different expectations of those men, but I think overall we'll all come to the same kind of conclusion in terms of the type of man that is. So we do all agree that we can just eliminate pimps because they don't fall into our realm. We are women.
No,
we are women of distinction. So
yes,
we can eliminate those those right away. So ladies, tell me, what is your definition, Wendy, of a king? What does your king conscious man look like to you?
Okay, you changed it up. I did my homework for something totally.
Yeah, I like the number one and number two statements in the beginning.
Well, let's walk through these because
did you look up? Wow, king. You know, we throw that word around like queen.
Oh, yes, queens, we do. Right? Yes, we do.
And we call our brothers kings, right? But we are descended from kings, so you know.
And queens,
and queens. That's right. So I think that's a man that's
well, no, to you. Forget about what
all I can say is to me, though.
All right, gotcha.
It's a man who is honest and proud, and he knows his purpose. I think, it's very simple.
What's his purpose?
To please you.
What is his purpose?
His life purpose, his purpose in life, okay?
Okay.
To be an example for the.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's my definition of a king.
All right. And Vonnie, what would your definition of a king conscious man be?
To worship his queen, me.
Okay.
I think a king, that's like a real heavy title. I'm not really sure I ever really found a king in my life yet. So I'm looking for a king, right? So I guess it's all of the things we talked about before that we want in a man, right? Respectfulness, cleanliness, godliness, like someone that is going to respect me. Somebody is ready at this point in his juncture to have one queen, not a bunch, one. And I have to be that queen. And you have to show me I'm that queen by doing things that men, that your fathers did. I think a king is what your father and grandfather used to be, because today's man is maybe he's in the slumps thing, and he might even dwell over to the pimps thing. I don't know. But a king really has to be ready to settle his kingdom. Okay, be king of his kingdom. Do what he's supposed to. Magistrate over his kingdom.
Yeah.
I'm his kingdom.
Yeah.
Because I'm his queen.
Yeah, and I agree with you, but I like what you said about our forefathers, as far as our grandfathers and great grandfathers, that those men, they truly, and they themselves probably didn't think of themselves as kings, but they truly were, because they took care of the household. Most women, back in, let's say, even the 60s, early 70s, they didn't work. They stayed
Right.
home. That man would bring his paycheck home, minus whatever he was trying to hide, of course. But he would bring his paycheck home to his wife or to his woman, and she'd take care of all the bills. And sometimes even, I'm not saying that this is how it should be because things change, but sometimes she would end up giving him an allowance, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with what both of you said. And a lot of what I would say is what you said. But yes, first and foremost, a man that respects me. You know what I mean? Because if you say that you are my king, you want to lead me, you want to uplift me, you want to inspire me, then you have to respect me. So to me, when a man shows other women respect, when you're with him, then that says something, that says a lot about who he is. And I would, deem him to be someone that I would think would be a king conscious man. But I agree with all that you guys have said, someone that's, and, today is, men say, oh, women just want you to take care of them. But it's not even that's what we want, but we want to know that the importance of being there for your woman, because the average woman is going to add something to the pot. She's not just going to be hanging on, I think anyway, for whatever she can get from you, but she does want to know that if it came to that you would be there for that. I mean, would you guys agree?
I do. I do.
Okay. All right.
I want you to give me your kidney or give me a liver. Yeah.
Let's talk about $10.
Wow, Bonnie. Bonnie want body parts.
You want
man.
body
Hey,
parts. I was
know
talking about you need
that
$10
if I
for gas.
needed it and we
Not
had
$10
the
for
same
gas
blood
a
type,
day,
that
like
you're going to
50.
give it.
You want him to die for you, Bonnie, is what you say.
But Bonnie, I do agree. You want that mentality. You absolutely pot.
Yeah.
Because you know what? And what men don't realize is if that's the kind of mentality that they portray, you will do it, not you per se, but just women will do whatever they can to uplift and inspire and support their man. And that's the little thing that they miss. All they have to do is be and do those few little things to really show you that they are there for you. They love you. They're going to be they're in there. They're in it for the long haul. But
let's not have we don't want the man that Shaq was, and now Shaq realizes that Tushani
right
was his queen,
exactly,
was everything, and he realized it too late, which a lot of men do.
And that's what I'm saying. If he'd realized, look what she did for him, and he said, she gave me babies and she still looked good. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
she was doing the things that she knew because of who he was. He was a major basketball player. She had to look good. Yeah,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Being out and about with him, she's on his arm. She's got to look good. So she was thinking of those kinds of things, even after having 5 kids, and she still looks good.
Okay.
That's
what I'm talking about.
So I applaud him for being a man enough to say that, that he made a mistake. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that showed that he's grown.
Exactly. He has definitely grown.
Yes.
Well, and guys, not to harp on Shaq, but I was looking at a reel on Instagram, and I'm not sure if it was new or old, but anyway, his father passed away at some point, and his father said, I need for you to take care of the family. And, he was saying how he takes care of his mother's family, his brothers, his sisters. He takes care of everybody, and you know what? And I respect him for that. But God, that is a lot on one person. Can you imagine going to bed at night and even thinking about, because they were showing in this reel, there was an event or something. So he was with family members. There was a lot of people, guys. There's a lot of people. So he is taking care of a lot. And he's doing that because he said his father did that. His father was a matriarch. His father took care of the family. And he said he really wants to try to do what his father asked him to do. And I commend him because he's got a lot.
But at the same time, he can afford it.
Well, yeah,
when his daddy did it, but wait.
When his father did it, it was different. He didn't have that kind of income.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
No,
so, I'm not mad. I'm proud that Shaq did take on that obligation to follow his father's advice. I wish a lot of men, that's why I put it in the respect of be what your father and your grandfather were.
Right.
Look at how they took care of the family, and not to be cheapen it, but sometimes they took care of two families,
Exactly. You're
Oh,
you
absolutely.
know,
three.
and
I
nobody
mean,
knew about the other one.
but
And
you
they
know
took
what?
care.
Father's
Are you
Day
trying to
just
say? Are
passed.
you trying to say Papa was a Rolling Stone?
Papa was Rolling Stone.
Father's Day just passed yesterday, y'all. So we're gonna praise the fathers that have been out there doing what they have to do and
Absolutely.
leading and being kings in our community, right?
I
In
do
our
have
family.
to say yesterday's
I
sermon
got a
was
good one.
so,
So
I have to say yesterday's sermon was so on point on putting fathers in perspective with our Heavenly Father. I mean, it was awesome. I was like, oh,
yeah.
why didn't I get there? But so I'm just here to say.
Well, thank both of you ladies, because we did neglect that to say it's a day after, but happy Father's Day. And thank you, Wendy, for
Happy
being
belated.
happy belated Father's Day. And also happy belated Juneteenth. I mean, you can
Yes.
still say that today is Juneteenth because many people took the day off for Juneteenth. And you know what? For all you people out there, you listeners, our wonderful, lovely listeners that we absolutely positively love, Juneteenth is the day that the residents in Texas found out 2 years later now,
2 years later,
that the Civil
the
War was
slaves were
over,
free.
that Lincoln had freed the slaves, and they
Right.
were still living as enslaved people
Yeah.
in Texas.
Yeah.
2 years after it all
Was
happened.
it 1819?
No, 1865, I believe.
Okay. Okay.
1865.
I was gonna wear that T-shirt today.
Oh, you should have. Yes, you should have. So that's what Juneteenth is all about. So now a lot of African Americans are saying that their Independence Day is June 10th,
Yeah.
not the 4th of July. And you know what? In all honesty, if you look at it holistically, you can say that. But it was really just those individuals in Texas that got the late notice. Unfortunately, everyone else already knew. But if we want to support our brothers and sisters in Texas, we can say, yes, that June.
Well, we're all one. We're all one.
Our Independence Day. Absolutely.
Yes.
So now, ladies, now that we've gotten all of those wonderful things out of the way, and thank you again, Wendy, for remembering that, and Bonnie as well. Ladies, so listen, the other kind of man, and I love this one, is a simp, because I done ran into some simps now. so without thinking back to what I said, what do you think a simp is?
Simpleton is, I think that's a simpleton, right? He's not very smart. Simpleton, right?
No, not necessarily. Bonnie, what do you think?
Yeah.
I don't know, because I'm looking at the definition.
I said, don't look at the definition, girlfriend.
I would never know what it is.
Okay,
No.
and that's fine.
I never heard that expression. I don't know. I mean,
I've never heard the expression.
I never heard that.
And you know what?
And
neither did I, guys. That's why I had to go look it up in the urban. Of course, it's in the Urban Dictionary. Actually, it's in Wikipedia as well, but it is it's in the Urban Dictionary. It's a slang term, and it is. I'll read you one of the definitions, because this one is really sets it off. It's a man that wants to do all the right things to make his relationship I'm sorry, that's a king. That's not the simp. That's the king. So the simp is it's the man that wants to do everything for his woman, that runs after her, that clings to her. You know, have you ever had that kind of guy and you're like, oh my God, he's getting on my nerves, I wish he would go home? You know, that's what the simp is. Now the simp can come in two forms. He can be the simp that he's doing all of those things that you want him to do because he's trying to get you into bed, or he can just be a simp because he's just that kind of guy. He's all enamored with you, can't get enough of you, wants to be with you all the time, 24/7, you know, wants to hold on to you, just clingy.
Would some people confuse that with a king? I mean,
no, that's the kind of person that's annoying. That you say to yourself, you know what? I mean, I like this guy, but he just wanted me all on you all the time. That's the simp.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Very
you
clean,
wouldn't, the
no
king.
independence, always with you, your friends, always.
Exactly, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. That the king is going to be the one that says, "Hey, baby, I need for you, go hang out with your friends. You can do this. You need to have something of your own." Well, not the simp. The simp wants you to be his 100%.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And so my question to you is: do you think women like that kind of man?
In this desperate times,
Okay.
I think that they confuse it. You
They put
want,
up with it,
right? You want somebody
tolerate it.
so bad that you get this person and he is doing things, so you're like, okay,
Yeah. He's
No.
annoying, but
Exactly. And part of the other definition is it said that he's so annoying that when he comes around other men with his woman, they're just ashamed. They're incensed. They don't want to be around him.
wow.
So, but that was new for me because I never heard of a simp. So
yeah.
I don't know who came up with that term, but you know what? Us people, we can come up with some stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we can. And it takes a certain type of woman to distinguish that Sims
from a king.
From a king.
No, yes, it does.
And that's why I was saying and reading other things that you had wrote. I was like, well, how am I know?
No, a king's not gonna be clingy. A king he's a man's man. He's got his own thing going on. He might be a jealous king where he doesn't want you to do anything or have your own life, but he's not clingy. You know what I'm saying? He's not wanting to be up under you 24/7. He might just be a jealous king.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's another way, you can look at it as well. But I thought that was real interesting. We come up with some stuff. So we got simps and kings.
But there could be a combination of these as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. And would you like and what combination would you like of those two? If you were to like a combination, Wendy, what would the combination look like to you?
Definitely the simp and the king. Absolutely.
No. I mean, what kinds of things? No, what kinds of things would between? You said there could be a combination of a king and a simp. So we identify what a king is. We identify what a simp is. So what for you? What could a combination look like?
But the less clinginess. Sorry.
Well, I don't clingy. I mean, that's a matter of opinion whether he's clingy or not. Where you think it's clingy, I might not think it's clingy. I like to cuddle and stuff on the sofa. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's not that's different. I've been around clingy men, and I've had those kinds of relationships, and I don't like them. I don't want nobody with me 24/7 like that. I don't want you calling me every minute. I don't want you texting me every minute. I don't want you doing any of that.
Okay, I haven't had that.
You know what? When I had it, it was so annoying. When I would go on the girls' trip, right? They would say, before pre-cell phone, okay, you sleep by the phone because you're the one that's going to get the phone calls. That's what they would tell me, because I did have a relationship that was partly that. Okay. I had the independence because I can't have anybody stuck on me. Okay. Clingy is stuck on me. I can't have anybody that's going to do that. I can't have anybody that blocks my vision or disturbs my energy.
Your peace or your energy. Yeah.
Right. But I was in a relationship where the man was partly a sim. He had a lot of those qualities over, it's worried about you. So you call 24/7. So I have had relationships where there was partly
simp qualities. Yeah, he had simp qualities. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, I really, I'm gonna pass on the simp. I'm just gonna stay with the king. I'm gonna pass on the simp altogether.
Well, a simp is not going to be around for very long. I'm not saying I've never met anybody like that, but I wouldn't tolerate it for very long. It's not, it just does not hold my attention.
And I think it's like Bonnie said, it's those women that are desperate, you know, especially during this time, somebody, you know, that might be us. Oh, I know. But anyway, you know, no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, women that, you know, that are just truly desperate and have to have a man in their life kind of thing. So they're willing to tolerate that, you know, I think more than anything else. But since we're talking about those types of men, ladies, what do you tell me? Do you how would you, and this could be a king conscious man or it could be a simp, how do you feel about a man that doesn't want you to be friends with your exes? Do you think do you agree with that or disagree, and vice versa?
You know my opinion on it. Y'all all know my opinion on it. I am friends with all my exes, and I don't like my relationships to interfere with that. I just need them to understand they're my friends, and I really don't care what you say. I've been friends with them for X amount of years before you came into my relationship. So how do I just drop them? And I tried. I did that. I went there once, and my friends would not let me go. They were like, "You better tell him we just friends," you know. And I did have to.
But are they all your exes though?
Most of them.
Okay. So you definitely are one. So you're okay with the guy being friends with his exes as well, correct?
Yeah, as long as no, I did not have a problem with it until it made a problem in our relationship. See, my male friends,
we're trying to listen closely.
No, listen, seriously. My male friends are only calling, we saying, "Hey, how you doing?" Okay.
Right.
His female exes were literally calling and disturbing the peace, and well, I want to speak to him, or he's my ex-husband, and
that's blah, different. Blah. And that really was on him to nip that in the butt.
He gave these people my phone number to get to you, and now they calling me and
harassing you
on me. Yeah. Give him your phone number, you know, or whatever.
So basically you're okay as long as they do not upset your life or interfere with your relationship.
Right. Because
you're okay with him having those friends. So you'd be okay if he went out to dinner with those friends or whatever, you'd be okay with all that? Because I'm assuming you're doing.
I don't know about that. I didn't say it was going
well, wait a second now. Are you going out to dinner with your friends?
No, I didn't say I was going out to dinner with my friends. I said when I have a relationship, I call all my male friends to say I'm in a relationship. Okay. But they're respecting the boundaries. So basically it's just us calling or talking.
Okay. I see.
Okay. That going out to dinner and whatnot, that's cut off now. All right. If the relationship is over, we resume our friendship and we may go out to dinner or whatever.
Right.
No.
Okay.
So no, I'm not happy with him going out to dinner, and don't tell me you went to dinner with some friend of yours in the midst of our relationship, because I'm like, really?
Okay, well, no, that's good as long as it's two-way. What about you, Wendy?
I think what Bonnie said about the boundaries is what stood out to me. You got to have boundaries, even if it's a platonic friend, right?
Are you okay with your ex having old girl?
No, I am not.
I am not. That is the question for you now.
Okay.
So you're not.
I'm not, and it's not a concern for me. It's not. You don't have to worry about me talking to my exes.
Okay.
That's gonna be a rare.
So what about you, Chrissy?
No, I'm gonna answer too. No, I was gonna say big contrast there. And you know what? And there's only several guys in my life that I am still friends with. And I don't think that those relationships would interfere in my relationship, only because these are not people that I talk to every day, I see every day. They both live in New York. We communicate. We may say happy birthday. I'll say happy Father's Day. So it's not even a case where they're going to call me up and we're going to chat or do anything like that. So I don't think that I would have to cut those relationships off because they're not those kinds of relationships. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That I would be on the phone chatting with these people, but we are still friendly. And when I see them, and when I go home, I probably today would still go out to dinner or whatever with them because they would invite me. But if I were in a real serious relationship, I'll be honest, I might not. You know what I'm saying? I might not, but I'm not going to say that I would just end all communication because the communication is not that strong anyway. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't want him to have, that's a conversation that you have to have. I wouldn't want him to have no constant contact with his exes either. The only constant contact that you should have with an ex, especially if you're a younger person in a relationship with someone younger, is the baby's mama. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, you as a co-parent, you shouldn't. You let those go. In my opinion, you let them go. So we all kind of we all are on the same thought process there for the most part. We have some little exceptions here and there, and that's always interesting that we're all never ever on the same page 100%, which is good. Now, the second question is, can you be in a relationship? This was my question for you, Vonnie. Can you be in a relationship without the goal of living together or being married? What do you think? What do you, Vonnie? Yep. You can. Yes. I knew you were going to say yes.
Yes, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So it's not even important to you getting married at this point because you've been married, or?
Right. I don't want to be married. I don't really have to live with you, but if we're in a relationship, I do want us to be monogamous.
Okay.
Right. We don't have to say we're going to get married. We don't have to say we live together. I do believe that once you really do connect with that person, you may want to live together, but if they have their own and you got your own, and I'm fine with us meeting in the middle. I am fine. I'm okay. I spend a weekend with you, spend a weekend with me. I'm good.
Okay. All right. What do you think, Wendy?
I don't think that I have to date with those intentions. No, I don't have to.
Okay, well, I do. I don't have to live with you, but I definitely I am dating to get married. That is my.
I am dating for you. Are we gonna talk about me or?
Oh, wait. I'm sorry.
Bonnie, I'm sorry.
I know. Larissa, I'm on the phone. I gotta call you back. Bye.
I am sorry, Wendy. I didn't realize I cut you off. So no, we have a few minutes left, so we will go ahead and we can continue this next week. But go ahead for now, Wendy. Go ahead until we.
Okay, so no, yes, I am dating with intention, but I do believe you can have a good date and that not be the one. Okay. You can enjoy the conversation. You can enjoy the ambiance.
I got one question. Chrissy, on your profile, does it say, on your dating profile, does it say with intent to marry? Are you that person?
No, it doesn't say that. No.
Oh,
it doesn't. It doesn't say that. No.
I'm married.
You need to change it then.
Yeah, I do. I think I do. I mean, I've never thought about it. Well, now you put a thought in my head. And I probably do need to change that because that's what I'm dating with the intention of, eventually getting married. Absolutely. So, well, ladies, we are running out of time, but I want to come back and talk about this part of the conversation again next week because I think
revisit.
This is really interesting. But I knew